By 2050, the world will have to feed 9 billion people. The United Nations, in its Sustainable Development Goals, has committed to enhancing food security and attaining zero hunger. Sustainable Development Goal number 2. Food security is defined as when all people, at all times, have physical, social and economic access to sufficient, safe and nutritious food that meets their food preferences and dietary needs for an active and healthy life. Sustainable food production is tied to ensuring maximum gains to public health, which is central to Sustainable Development Goal number 3, good health and well-being. This is Johannes. He is in Finnish Comprehensive School and wants to find out how food travels from farm to fork. A food value chain consists of all the stakeholders that participate in production and value-adding activities to make food products.
Hello, you must be Johannes. I've been expecting you. Let's go to the classroom. It all starts with the primary production, for example, from a berry farm or the dairy farm. And at this level already one has to have good agricultural practices to ensure that high quality products reaches the next stage. Different factories, for example, berry processing plant or dairy plant, producing juices, jams or whatever, or liquid milk, cheeses, yogurt. And in order to have a high quality personnel both in the factories and in the laboratories, we need high quality education and training of food professionals at different levels of academic institutions. The good quality food is a basic human right. The role of education in the food sector is of course quite essential because both the food companies, authorities, the control laboratories need a highly trained personnel. Quite essential part is the high quality laboratory personnel, laboratory technicians that perform the actual work in laboratories. It's very important that they are also highly qualified and familiar with the latest analytical techniques.
Hello. Okay, now we are in plant factory. And the plant factory we have a LED light, nice temperature, humidity, and this create a great environment for plants to grow. This is the modern way to grow plants inside. In this plant you can see the flower, and in the center of flower this yellow part. And when the pollen settles down on those pistils, strawberries start to grow. And first they are small, bigger. Then they swallow more. And then when they are ready, they start to turn red. My name is Harri Kokko and I'm plant scientist and working with the berry plants here at the University of Eastern Finland. And we are working as a team with the farmers. This work is funded by the public resource, but we are working for the farmers. So the basic science solves the problem of the berry farmers, and we are somewhere between basic science and applied science. And this is where I'm between, trying to solve the problems of the berry farmers as a part of the team.
In Finland, it is important to use berry varieties that are both well adapted to the harsh Finnish climatic conditions and that can tolerate diseases. Research institutions and universities work closely with farmers to develop varieties that can withstand the Finnish winter and that give a good, steady and reliable yield as well as tasty berries. At the University of Eastern Finland, for example, the closed nutrient cycle in vertical farming and LED lighting in berry farming is being investigated for greenhouse production. Certified quality operations are followed to ensure product safety and minimal environmental load. A berry farmer must carefully select the sites where planting takes place. Slopes are preferred to flatland to avoid waterlogging. Watering of berries is important. There must be good water drainage to reduce risks of fungal infestation. If watering is done in a manner that results in the berries getting wet, the microbiological quality of the water must be tested to ensure berries are not contaminated. Berry pickers are trained by farmers to work hygienically and also pick berries carefully to ensure they are as intact as possible and free from defects and damage. After picking, berries are weighed and batches marked. Following this, berries are either delivered to buyers or collection points without delay, or chilled and refrigerated and delivered within 24 hours. Berries may go directly to consumer markets or then to berry processing companies. Berries are received at berry processing companies at loading platforms, where visual checks are conducted to investigate the external quality and the batches registered into a database. Berries are then industrially frozen for processing later into jams, yogurts, ice creams, or simply packed as frozen. Batch identification numbers on packages help to trace the product all the way back to the farm from which the berries were picked.
Hi Johannes, welcome to Dairy Farm. We have here plenty of cows, as you can see, and we try to offer them as good quality life as possible. Safety starts from the farm, from here. You can see that we take care a lot about the air ventilation, light, because animals need to have light and good ventilation. Also remember that animals should have all the time access to the feed. Animals need to have time all the time for also relaxing. We should take care that animals do not get stress or fear. Animals should not be sick, and it's our responsibility to take care of that. You see this yellow tag, the number, that's really important. In Finland, from the day that an animal is born, we take care of this animal recording. So why we need that? We know exactly how many cows we have, and also if there is any problems or any disease, we can control or we can do the traceability back. What that means? It means that all actors in the food chain or milk chain, they can go back and find out what is the problem if there is any problem. If one animal is sick, then we have to really take care of. And in case we use antibiotics for some reason, then it's only veterinarians who can do that. Only I can do that. And that milk cannot go in the same tank with the milk from animals who are not sick.
Health and welfare of animals in Finland is very important. Animal health and welfare control is based on the European Animal Protection Law and its 5 freedoms. Freedom from hunger and thirst, freedom from discomfort, freedom from pain, injury and disease, freedom to express normal behaviour, freedom from fear and distress. Managing health and welfare ensures safety, responsibility and traceability. Cows are milked 2 to 3 times a day, usually with the help of milking robots that rinse the udder of the cow before milking. Milk is stored in a collection tank on the farm that keeps the milk cool. Milk is collected every 2 days, following a particular route plan with a milk collection truck and transported to the dairy. All food operators are required by European legislation to have a self-monitoring plan and implementation of the Hazard Analysis Critical Control Points, the HACCP approach, to control microbiological or chemical risks in food processes. HACCP has 7 steps. Conduct a hazard analysis, identify the critical control points, establish critical limits, establish a monitoring system, establish corrective actions, establish record-keeping procedures, establish verification procedures. The whole food value chain, from primary production to food manufacture and retail sale, is subject to an inspection program. Food establishments are inspected regularly by veterinarians and municipal health inspectors. Food control involves quite a lot of sampling and both microbiological and chemical analyses. An essential aspect of the transparency of the food chain is that the outcomes of the inspections of food establishments are available for the general public. The OIVA reporting system used in Finland and overseen by the Finnish Food Authority provides the public and consumers sufficient information about the hygienic quality of the food establishments. OIVA means excellent in Finnish. The OIVA report summarizes the findings of the inspection. The results of the evaluation are indicated by emoticons: excellent, good, to be corrected, poor. Education is key to ensuring food safety and good quality food. In Finland, this is ensured through education from the basic to the tertiary level. This includes technical training at vocational schools and expert training at universities of applied sciences and universities. Educational institutions also work with industry in research, for example in product development, sensory and nutrition analysis, and safety and quality improvement. Hygiene training is also important to ensure skills and knowledge to produce safe food. All food handlers in Finland must hold a hygiene passport, which is awarded by the Finnish Food Authority. Training is provided by educational institutions and private enterprises, and an examination is given by examiners approved by the Finnish Food Authority. The collaboration and trust between the different stakeholders in the Finnish food sector chain ensure that there is open and timely intercommunication and an aligned vision. There is a high level of interdependency between the different stakeholders. Farmers, producer cooperatives and processors work together to define specific quality requirements and provision of training and advisory services to farmers. This is the story of how we in Finland have created strong alliances and synergies using local know-how to ensure we provide good quality and safe food. We believe that you can create your own innovative ways to reach the same goals. After all, safe, healthy and good quality food is our shared responsibility.